Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Four Bowl special. And today, all we're going to do is we're going to pick every single bowl game. Two of them already happened today: the Bahamas Bowl and the Frisco Bowl. The the Tropical Smoothie Cafe, or the hell that thing was, which is still going on right now. But before we get into that, let's look at the picks. As you can see, we have a two-way tie at the top between Mike and Alex, and then Luke's 5 games back, and Chris hasn't gained any ground. He's still 11 games back.
There are
Here's
30 picks this week.
okay.
Yeah, you need somebody to really screw up.
Yeah, the light of God's gonna have to shine down on you.
Every single game with you, and you would never gain ground. Well, listen, I'm doing well in basketball, so that's all that matters.
What? You're only in third place? Wow.
Anything above fourth place for me has been good. I think I actually finished second. Yeah, 4 out of 4 people. That's your goal. I finished in second basketball last year.
Yeah, if we had high school basketball picks, you'd be in last too. So.
Okay. Not tonight. I was right tonight.
No, you weren't. Okay, let's go. Here's the Bahamas Bowl. As you can see, Luke picked UNC Charlotte. Not a good pick. They lost.
As you can see, I've already gained a game on Luke.
Yeah, well, nobody cares about that. There's no third place medal. No moral victories.
Actually, there's a bronze medal.
No, there isn't.
Not on this podcast.
You want your participation trophy? Go buy it.
There are participation awards on the Big East podcast. Yeah, that's why it's the Big East.
Yeah, what are you and McHugh on there?
Yeah.
Okay, next. Still going on. Last time I checked, Utah State was up 1 on Kent State, who's looking for their first bowl win in program history.
The Julian Edelman effect.
Yes. And they're taking on Utah State, Jordan Love's final game. And we all picked Utah State. Okay, first game to pick is the New Mexico Bowl. Central Michigan versus San Diego State.
I'll take the Aztecs. I don't really like Central Michigan. Yeah, I have a couple reasons I'm going to take Central Michigan. Number one, I need to gain ground on Alex. Number two, I don't like the Mountain West. It's terrible. So it's going to be Central Michigan.
Okay, interesting pick there. Yeah, San Diego State are very good season, 9-3. Central Michigan, very good season as well, 8-5. Choked in the MAC championship, but I think San Diego State's just too good. You know, Mountain West. The reason why people call it the Power Six is because of the Mountain West.
Oh, right. Actually, it is better than American stuff.
Yeah, it is. Not even close. I'm taking San Diego State. All right. The Cure Bowl. What a game this is. Liberty and Georgia Southern.
This is a tough one. I mean, we're picking some hard-hitting games here to start.
Yeah, these are some of the best bowls out there.
Yep. Considering Liberty was favored against Rutgers, I'll take Liberty. It's a toss-up game.
Chris?
Hugh Freeze wins big games. Give me Liberty.
Okay. Easy one. Liberty almost lost to Maine, and they lost to Rutgers. I'm taking Georgia Southern in a blowout.
Well, Georgia Southern lost to Minnesota, so that's embarrassing.
Yeah, they also beat App State, so.
Well, App State sucked.
Oh, okay. All right. Now we get to a big bowl. The Boca Raton Bowl. Florida Atlantic, without Lane Kiffin, is taking on Southern Methodist, who had a very good season. Who wins?
Give me SMU on a blowout. I don't care if Lane Kiffin was there or not. I'd take FIU if Lane Kiffin was there, but I'll take SMU.
Yeah, you think Lane Kiffin's a good coach?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I got to go with Southern Methodist here. I like the year they've had. They've struggled at the tail end of the season, but they beat TCU early. FAU Yeah, they got destroyed by Ohio State. They're just not that great. I mean, they won the Conference USA, which means they are very American, but SMU played very well in the American. I'm going to take Southern Methodist. Okay. The Camellia Bowl, Florida International against Arkansas State.
Ooh, I didn't even know this was a real bowl. This is tough. No, I'll take FIU. I know they beat Miami, and no, Miami's not that good, but I'll put it for something.
Yeah, I'm going to take FIU as well. Whenever you beat a Power 5 team, that's a good win. So I'm going to take FIU.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is, very, very intriguing. I will be watching this game from start to finish.
There you are.
Arkansas State, they've gone through a lot this year with their coach. And FIU, Butch Davis, who won a national championship at Miami, is the head coach. I got to take the national champion. Give me FIU. All right. Probably the biggest bowl of tomorrow is the Las Vegas Bowl, Boise State versus Washington.
You know what? I know Chris doesn't like either of these teams. It's got to be Boise State representing the Power 6 Mountain West.
Okay, first of all, Alex, I thought the Power 6 included the American. What happened to that?
Sorry, Power 7.
No.
Group of 3 and Power 7. I agree.
Yes.
I'm going to take Washington here because they're in the Power 5.
Okay. This is a game that it could go either way. I could see Washington blow. They might blow the doors off of Boise State. I don't really see that happening. This is a big game for the Mountain West, and the Mountain West typically wins this game. And I guess I'm going to go with Boise State as well. Give me the Broncos. Okay. Another great bowl. We got the New Orleans Bowl. Appalachian State against Alabama Birmingham.
This isn't even going to be close. I'll take App State. They're nasty.
App State in the blowout. UAB has not beaten one good team this year.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to take App State. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those. It's unfortunate App State's in this game, but if they were ranked a couple spots higher, they would have been in the Cotton Bowl. But no, just because they were ranked a couple spots lower, they get the pleasure of going to the New Orleans Bowl. So I guess it's a great consolation prize. So congratulations. But no, App State's going to win, I think. I think this is Zach Thomas's final game, if I'm not correct. So he's going to be motivated to play. Okay. The Gasparilla Bowl. I don't know. UCF versus Marshall.
This isn't even close. I have to pick UCF.
Okay. Now, I love picking against UCF, but what is this? Why do they get to play this cupcake team?
Marshall's not a cupcake team. They're good. Very good.
They're not.
What's their record?
I will grudgingly take UCF.
Oh, Chris is not putting himself in a good situation to come back here. He keeps agreeing with Alex in every pick. It's embarrassing.
Just wait. Once we get to the big games, we'll disagree on every single pick.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
There's a reason you're in fourth and I'm in first.
I like UCF in this game. I think there's just a talent gap between them and Marshall. Although Marshall's been the best program in West Virginia over the past couple of years, I don't think anybody will disagree with me. I'm taking UCF. Okay, the Hawaii Bowl. For about the 10th straight year, it'll be BYU versus Hawaii. They play every single year. Who wins?
It's the Mormons versus the Rainbow Warriors. This is quite an intriguing matchup. This is like Michigan, Florida. They play every single year in a bowl game. I don't understand. I'll take the Rainbow Warriors. It is the Hawaii Bowl, so it's hard not to take Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm going to take BYU because Alex took Hawaii.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, as Chris said, this is a very big bowl, and they're finally starting to disagree. Um, I gotta go with the run and shoot. It's very innovative, whatever the hell you say it. I'm gonna take Hawaii, and they've got the home field advantage. So
Yeah, because they got a lot of fans out there.
yep. All right. Now we start getting to the big bowls. A big
Yeah,
matchup
what a game.
between the ACC and the Conference USA. Miami of Florida will take on Louisiana Tech in the Independence Bowl. Who wins?
Miami is atrocious. It's a shame that they even qualified for a bowl. Give me the Bulldogs.
All right, I'm taking Miami, and I will count that game as a game up on Alex right there.
Oh well, this is a tough one because
No, it's not.
Miami lost to FIU and Louisiana Tech's a good team. I think I don't even know the record right off the top of my head, but they're
They're
decent.
9-3.
9-3. Miami, were they 6-6?
Yep.
They suck. This was my upset pick also, so I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna go with Louisiana Tech.
Let's go. I gained the game. Let's go.
You can't go 6-6 in the ACC.
Yeah, they suck. Miami sucks. They beat no good teams. All right. Now to one of the biggest bowls of the entire bowl season, the Quick Lane Bowl. The University of Pittsburgh, the Fighting Pat Narduzzi's come into Detroit to take on Ypsilanti's finest in Eastern Michigan. Who will win this game?
I think I've learned over the years on this podcast not to pick against Pat Narduzzi. So I'll pick.
Yeah, like what you picked against them when they played UCF.
Well, it's different.
Oh.
Nobody picks against UCF.
Okay, I will also take Pittsburgh because they're in the Power 5 and Eastern Michigan's not.
Oh man. Well, considering if Nebraska went 6-6, Eastern Michigan wouldn't be in a bowl. Because if they didn't get this bowl invite, they weren't going to get any with the position they were in. But luckily for them, they got this invite. They got a nice core. They beat Illinois.
No, Mike, that's not true. Nebraska would have been left out of a bowl.
No, okay, yeah, okay, no. Nebraska would have went to the Citrus Bowl because they have a ton of fans. Yeah, so I like the Flying Pat Narduzzi's, but I like Eastern Michigan too. I mean, they beat Illinois earlier this year, but I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh.
Mike,
What?
if Nebraska was in the SEC and NCAA 14 at 5-7, they would have been ranked in the top 10. Would have qualified for New Year's 6.
That's true. Very true. And if this was NCAA, a team that runs a triple option would win the national championship every year. Anyways.
Yeah, Navy would be like the 5-time reigning champs right now.
Yeah, you should see Georgia Tech every freaking dynasty. They turn into the freaking powerhouse because no one could stop the triple option. Okay. The Pinstripe Bowl. We got a Wake Forest team who, if they didn't have a ton of injuries at the end of the year, they probably would have been in the Orange Bowl against a just dud of a season for Michigan State. Who will win this game?
Oh, this might be the hardest pick here. These two teams suck. God, I don't know who they're a crappy Big Ten team and a crappy ACC team. You know what, for the hell of it, I'll pick Michigan State.
Yeah, this is just one of these games on here where I'm going to take the opposite of Alex, so I'm going to take Wake Forest.
I think this game will be like 3-0. That'll be the score.
That's ridiculous. How dare you say somebody's going to score a field goal?
It'll be like 2-0.
Yep.
I'm going 6-1 in this game. Okay. Once again, the spread makes no sense to me. Michigan State's like a 3.5 point favorite. There have been a couple spreads this year where I don't understand them. One of them was the Illinois game where we were favored by 17, ended up losing that game.
And you blew a 28-3 lead. Remember that?
Blew a 28-3 lead. Yep. Yeah, I do remember that.
And
And this spread doesn't make much sense to me either. I mean, Wake Forest. One thing Wake Forest can do is they can move the football, they can score, and one thing we can't do is score. So I'm going to take Wake Forest in this one. I don't think Michigan State will take this game all too seriously. I would expect a couple drives from the backup quarterbacks. So I'm going to take Wake. Okay. The Military Bowl. Traditional battle between the American Athletic and the ACC. North Carolina versus Temple. Who wins?
Oh, this is a tough one. You got Mac Brown. Didn't he just get an extension? He did.
Yeah, he'll be in his freaking grave by the time he freaking gets through that extension.
Yeah, but it's kind of like no doozy. I'm not going to pick against them. I'll go with UNC.
Ah,
I don't really like Temple, to be honest with you.
I was hoping Alex would pick Temple because they're in the Americans. I cannot bring myself to pick Temple and take North Carolina.
Okay, Temple got a big win over Maryland earlier this year, and they beat Memphis. The American Athletic shows up in this game. Traditionally, you got American teams who want to be here. Last year it was Virginia Tech was in it, and they were playing a very good Cincinnati team, and Cincinnati beat them pretty handily. And I think same thing's going to happen this year. I think Temple's defense is going to shut down North Carolina. I'm taking Temple. All right. Now for the most depressing bowl on here, which should have been Texas versus Texas A&M, but no, we got Oklahoma State versus Texas A&M in the Texas Bowl. Who wins?
Well, Chris loves A&M, so I'm going to pick Mike Gundy and go.
Yeah, let's go. Well, this is an easy one. I'm taking A&M. You look at the talent gap here; it's too much.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's why Oklahoma State's ranked, and A&M's what, 75?
Well, A&M had the hardest schedule in the country.
That's objective. That's subjective.
Okay.
It was 7-5.
Listen, no, they're 8-5 because they're going to win this game. And
They won 5 road games this year.
and the coaching gap is ridiculous, and the Cowboys won't be able to.
Oh, are you kidding me?
So I'm taking Texas A&M, and I don't think it's going to be really even close.
Coaching gap. Mike Gundy's won his last. How many? He wins every bowl game. I can't remember.
Jimbo.
Maybe it was the Sugar Bowl last time he lost a bowl game.
You know why he wins every bowl game?
Why?
Because the bowl politics screw Oklahoma State over every year. And they
Not
get
true.
A crappy bowl against a bad team.
They played in the Alamo Bowl against a very good Colorado team.
No. Don't ever say very good and a Pac-12 team after.
Well, Colorado was 10-2 that year. That was a great
Doesn't
year.
matter. So is Utah. They're also 10-2.
Yeah, well, Utah shouldn't. If it was, bowl politics, I think Utah should be in the freaking Cheez-It Bowl.
I think Utah should have been banned from a bowl. I think it was the Pac-12 championship.
Okay.
What was the team that missed the bowl? Who was the team that missed the bowl?
Toledo.
Toledo should have made a bowl over Utah.
Imagine Toledo in the Alamo Bowl.
Yeah, Toledo versus Texas.
Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna go with Oklahoma State. I can't go against Mike Gundy. No way. Texas A&M sucked. They didn't play anybody close.
They played Georgia pretty close.
Yeah. Well, Georgia. I think they've proven they're not that great.
They also played Nicholls State pretty close. Don't forget.
That's put Arkansas pretty close. They play close games.
Yeah, I think.
But this will be a blowout.
Yep, Sanders is back, I think, and they can't stop Chuba. No way. Oklahoma State by 45. 52-7. Okay.
Did you just say A&M's defense was good?
Yes, it is.
Good. Well, how many points they give up to LSU?
Oh, wow, LSU. Wow.
What, does it not count?
How many
They have a historic offense.
How many did they give up to 2-win Arkansas?
Listen, we got to talk about that game. Let's move on.
Okay, well, yeah, we don't talk about
What
that game.
Alabama? What about Mississippi State?
Let's move on.
All right. the Holiday Bowl. We got a USC team who just finished last in the Pac-12 in recruiting against an Iowa team that they're solid. They are well coached.
Oh!
They're not great coached. They're okay coached.
No, they're tremendously coached.
They got a lot of NFL talent on their tight ends and offensive linemen or whatever. Who wins the Holiday Bowl?
Alex, USC is really, really good. You picked them.
Yeah, I hate USC, and I picked them to go 0-12 before the season. So,
Oh my
If,
God! You picked them to go 1-11.
Yes, I did.
yeah, so if Iowa's okay coaching, USC has no coaching. So I'm going to go with Iowa by 28.
Yeah, I got to go with Iowa in this game, mainly because of Nate Stanley. I mean, what a quarterback he is. And, after Burrow and Tua, I think Nate Stanley's number 3 in this quarterback class. So, yeah, he's nasty.
Right. Now Jordan Love's number 3. Then Brian Lewerke. Want me to go
Yeah,
down the
Brian.
line?
Dave Patterson.
I would take Rocky.
behind Nate Stanley at number 4.
I would take Rocky Lombardi before I take Nate Stanley.
All right.
Yeah, me too. I agree. Rocky's a baller.
Who's the quarterback that they just signed? High school kid?
Oh, Noah Kim.
Yeah, I'd take him over Nate Stanley.
Yeah, he's got a black belt in karate. They recruited.
So,
D'Antonio's he's lost his sense of recruiting so badly that he recruited a guy who's got a black belt in karate and can't throw a football. I bet you. Okay.
no, he was like a 4-star Michigan State recruit.
How about
He
Michigan
just
State was
dropped.
like number 11 in recruiting in the Big Ten?
So. Yeah, we had like 4 stars, and then they all got downgraded to 3 stars when we signed them. Ridiculous. I was shocked that Maryland guy that they signed. I'm shocked they didn't downgrade him to a 2-star after he friggin' flipped from LSU. I was shocked. Okay.
Yeah, Michigan got some 1 stars. I think it went up to 4 stars after they signed him.
Yeah, Zach Charbonnet's the greatest example of that. Freaking sucks. Got benched for a guy named Haskins. Are you kidding me? Okay. No way I'm picking against the Big Ten in this bowl season. Give me Iowa. All right. Probably the best bowl we have this year. We got the triple option against the Air Raid. A team that likes to throw it 100 times a game and a team that likes to throw it 0. Washington State versus Air Force in the Cheez-It Bowl.
Oh, God. Screw it. Give me Mike Leach. I'm not going to bet against him. He'll pull out some trick plays.
No, Alex, you want to pick Air Force, though.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, well, I'm picking Washington State, so...
I'm also going to take Washington State. I can't pick Air Force in this game. Washington State is a lot better than their record. We know
That's
how,
stupid. That's the stupidest thing I've heard in my life.
And we know how well this game went last year. A great football game between TCU and Cal. 10-7 to finish. I believe there was like 10 turnovers in this game.
Yep.
So
Well,
really great.
do you guys remember the last time an unmotivated air raid style of offense team played against a triple option team in a bowl game? It was Army in the whatever bowl they played in against Houston. They beat them like 70-7.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking Air Force because of that game alone. I'm taking Air Force. All right. You could catch this game on ABC, the Camping World Bowl, and it is on ABC over the Cotton Bowl. So yep, I'm sure ESPN loves that. They love airing the freaking Camping World Bowl on ABC over the Cotton Bowl. Same exact time.
Why? Because Notre Dame's playing.
Well, it doesn't matter. They were set before the bowl matchups were even put out, so...
That's because they knew Notre Dame was getting this bowl game. They had inside information.
Right. Well, okay, fair enough. We got Notre Dame versus Iowa State in the Camping World Bowl. Who wins?
Come on, Alex, go through here.
Who was it? Iowa State against who?
Notre Dame.
I don't like Notre Dame. I don't think they're good. And I'm not going to pick them. I'm going to go with Iowa State.
Let's go. I'm taking Notre Dame in this game for a couple of reasons. Number one, Alex just picked Iowa State. Number two, I think they're really good. They went 10-2 this year. A lot of people don't notice that. And number three, Michigan played them, so I'm taking Notre Dame.
They went 10-2 and played nobody all year.
Virginia Tech.
Yeah, they picked their own schedule. How does
And
that work?
Virginia. They beat Virginia Tech and Virginia.
If I was the coach of Notre Dame, I just schedule Maine 12 times, or somebody like that.
They barely beat crappy USC. Are you kidding me?
USC's good.
No, they're not.
They are. That would be a great win for Iowa if they win that game.
You picked Iowa.
I know.
Okay, this is my upset, or one of my upsets of the bowl season. I think Iowa State's going to be motivated to play on national TV. Better coach team, more talent. Brock Purdy.
Let's calm down. More talent. Let's relax.
Brock Purdy, great quarterback. Notre Dame's solid, decent, but give me Iowa State. Okay, now we get to another great bowl, the Battle of the Westerns. The First Responder Bowl, we got Western Kentucky against Western Michigan. Who wins?
Oh, two phenomenal teams. You got Western Michigan versus Western Kentucky. God. Why are we picking this game? This game sucks.
Because we're picking every bowl game.
Yeah, I know, but I picked against Marshall. Western Kentucky lost to Marshall. Give me Western Michigan, the PJ Fleck effect, 2 years later.
I'm taking Western Kentucky because Alex took Western Michigan.
Educated. Nice.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way I'm picking against the great program out of Kalamazoo, the Western Michigan Broncos. Hell no. The PJ Fleck effect, it's still there. It's not quite as strong as it was. It's still there. Give me John Wasink. What?
They're not going to be motivated.
They're every MAC team's motivated. See Buffalo today? Buffalo was motivated.
Western Michigan won a New Year's Six game, so therefore they're not going to be motivated in this game.
No, that's not true.
They'll never be motivated in another bowl ever again in their program's history.
Okay. That's ridiculous. That's absurd. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking Western Michigan. The great John Wasink, the great Tim Lester, Lamonte Bellamy at running back. By 57, I'm going to pick Western Michigan.
This is a good game for Western Kentucky they're still trying to do it 2 years later to overcome their loss to Maine last year. They're still trying to overcome that.
Yeah, well, they lost to Central Arkansas this year, so yeah.
Central Arkansas is a solid team.
Well, I guess so. They made the FCS tournament. I'll give you that, Chris. They're a very solid FCS program. Okay. The Music City Bowl. Mississippi State and Louisville.
I really don't like the SEC, so I'll go with Louisville.
Well, I was going to pick Louisville in this game because Mississippi State is awful. But with new developments, Alex is picking Louisville. And the fact that the SEC means more than any other conference, I will pick Mississippi State.
Yeah, another completely ridiculous SEC team making a bowl. The only reason why they did was because they have 4 non-conference games. It's a joke.
And they also had the old Smith guy king in the end zone.
Yes, of course. Okay, and when SEC fans try to make the argument that we play eight conference games because we have to play our ACC opponent in the rivalry game, that's BS. I think only 3 SEC teams do that, so there are maybe 4. So that's a joke. That's ridiculous. What about the entire Western Division, who has to play a frickin' Sunbelt team, or not even a team? Not even an FCS team. An FCS team in a conference that doesn't allow scholarships. That's the best type of non-conference cupcake, is those type of teams that you pick to play against. So no way I'm picking against the crappy Mississippi State team who sucks and doesn't deserve to make a bowl. In fact, I believe Toledo should be in this bowl game. Give me Louisville. All right, this game's going to be just amazing. The Red Box Bowl. We got Cal versus Illinois.
Oh, I love the Red Box Bowl.
Yeah. Cal was hot at the beginning of the year. Illinois was hot at the end of the year. But just because Chris hates Illinois, loves Illinois, I'll go with Cal. I'll go with the Pac-12.
Let's go. Here's the thing. Couple reasons. I'm going to pick Illinois, first of all, because of Lovie Smith, the quarterback guru. He'll have his team ready to play. Cal is awful, so I'm picking Illinois. And also, I just love the Red Box Bowl. In this long, tenured one-year history, it's produced a great game.
Well, it used to be the Foster Farms Bowl.
Well, in the long history of the Red Box Bowl, it produced a really nice game last year. A solid 7-6 victory for Oregon over Michigan State. Great memories.
I'm still mad about that.
Because Brian Lewerke had trouble with the staff.
No, that had nothing to do with it. Okay.
Oh.
There's no way I could pick against the Big Ten in this game. You got Cal, who's just struggled at the end of the year to score points. Illinois, they're okay. They'll be a little bit more healthy for this game. Coming off their terrible loss to Northwestern. But Northwestern's a rivalry game, so you expect those type of things when Lovie Smith's coaching. He's a terrible coach. But I'm gonna take the Illini and get a big win for the Big Ten. All right. The Belk Bowl. Virginia Tech versus Kentucky. Who wins?
Yeah. I think I hated Virginia Tech the whole year. They're always ranked to start the year for some reason. They never win a big game. I'll go with Kentucky. Give me Kentucky.
Oh, this is a gift I didn't think I was going to get from Alex. I thought for sure you were taking the Hokies. I'm taking Virginia Tech. Kentucky has a wide receiver playing quarterback. I'm taking Virginia Tech.
Yeah, have you seen them play, Chris?
Yeah, they just run.
He's unstoppable. Are you kidding me?
Doesn't matter.
What's his name, Bowden or whatever?
Yeah.
If Kentucky was playing Indiana, I would have taken Kentucky because that offense is unstoppable. And this is an easy one for me. I'm taking Kentucky in a blowout. You saw how terrible Virginia Tech played against Bryce Perkins, and now you got a Kentucky team that does very similar things as Virginia, but they do a little bit better. So I'm going to take Kentucky by 50. All right, time for the one bowl CBS has. So what's his name? Nestler and Danielson will be on this one.
They'll be calling it from Baton Rouge.
I'm sure. I'm sure they will be, but it's still at the Sun Bowl.
Actually, you know what? Maybe Tuscaloosa. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, wherever they want. The Sun Bowl, Florida State versus Arizona State. Who wins?
Who was it? Florida State, Arizona State?
Yep.
Florida State's a mess. I'm going to go with Arizona State.
Correction. I'll actually be calling this game from Nashville, from Vanderbilt.
No, they'll be calling this game from the SEC headquarters in freaking Birmingham.
Let's see here. Florida State, solid team. But I can't pick against Jay Daniels. I know he's going to make big plays in this game. I'm taking Arizona State.
Yeah, you got a well-coached team against an undisciplined mess of Florida State. If Mike Norvell was coaching this game, I would take Florida State, but he's not. I don't think that would be pretty quick if he was. But I'm taking Arizona State. All right, the Liberty Bowl. We got Navy against Kansas State.
Well, I thought Navy was very impressive against the Army, and their quarterback didn't throw a single pass, so I'll take Navy.
Give me Kansas State because Alex just took Navy.
I agree with Alex on this one. I like Kansas State. I like what Chris Kleiman's doing. but he doesn't have his guys in there. I think they're good, but I think Navy's better. I'm taking Navy. All right, we're back to another great game. We got the just amazing Arizona Bowl between Wyoming and Georgia State. Who wins?
Oh, I love the Mountain West. I'm going to take Wyoming.
Well, Georgia State beat Tennessee, who is a very good team, so I'm thinking Georgia State.
Georgia State, who barely made a bowl game. Okay. And their quarterback was playing through a torn ACL, so that was nice too. I'm taking Wyoming. I really like their team. They started out pretty well. Had a chance at that Mountain Division, couldn't quite get it done. I'm taking Wyoming.
Yeah, they beat Missouri. They beat.
That's right. They beat Missouri. That's right.
If Missouri wasn't bowl banned, they would have won the national championship.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they didn't know they were bowl banned. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but they had the inside info.
Okay. All right. All right. The Birmingham Bowl. We got BC versus Cincinnati.
I think Cincinnati.
Just pencil.
Man,
I'll pencil you in for BC, Chris.
No, I can't. I can't take BC in this game.
No.
I hate.
You're picking an American Conference team. Are you kidding me?
No. You know what? No. Give me BC. Cincinnati beat East Carolina by 3 points. I'm taking BC.
There you go. Okay. I thought you were a different person for a second. BC, what's his name? Dylan's not playing. So the running game's still pretty good with that. They got that other running back. What's his name? I can't think of his name. Oh, Bailey. What's his name? Something Bailey. Whatever. I'm taking Cincinnati.
The Matt Ryan effect. The Matt Ryan effect is still in effect.
No, the Luke Fickell effect's in effect. And the Steve Adazio effect is no longer in effect. So
Yeah.
BC's not going to be very good anymore.
Yeah, I assume you would have picked BC if Adazio was coaching.
I would have thought about it. Definitely would have thought about it. And A.J. Dillon would have definitely played if Steve Adazio was there because he plays his ass off for Steve Adazio.
Well, when Urban Meyer gets hired at BC tomorrow and is coaching in this game, you'll be regretting your pick.
Well, BC already hired their head coach, so.
No, they're going to fire him.
How do you feel that Don Brown didn't get the job? How do you feel about that?
He doesn't deserve the job because he's a terrible coach.
He'll go back to where'd he come from? New Hampshire? They all come from New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be an upgrade, though. BC is a better program than Michigan.
Okay. We got the Gator Bowl, Indiana versus Tennessee.
Well, Chris really loves both these teams. Chris is a big Tom Allen fan. I'm going to go with Indiana because I hate Tennessee. They are terrible.
I'm going to take Tennessee because the SEC just means more.
Oh, I thought you loved Tim Allen.
I love Tom Allen. He's a great coach.
Tom Allen, sorry.
I have to take Tennessee.
This is an easy one for me. Indiana, this is a historic year for their program. They have not had many 9-win seasons at all. I don't even know if they've had a single one. And Tom Allen, yes, he is a good coach, and yes, he did get lucky with his schedule, but that doesn't disprove what they did. They once again didn't beat a good team all year, but that doesn't matter. Okay, I'm taking Indiana because I don't think Tennessee's very good, and Tennessee talk about beating nobody. Tennessee beat nobody to get into a bowl game.
Did they beat Kentucky, who you were raving about?
I don't know. Did they? I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Well, I don't. Well, was Bowden still? Was he at quarterback at the time?
Yeah.
No, that's ridiculous. Okay, I'm still taking Indiana in a blowout. All right. The famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Ohio versus Nevada.
Give me more Mountain West. Give me Nevada. They beat Purdue to start the year.
I'm going to take Nevada because of the Steve Alford effect.
No way.
The Steve Alford effect.
Yeah, Nevada's playing like garbage. They lost the Fremont Cannon game to their arch rivals down in Vegas. And I'm a big MAC guy. Mac got a big win today. I think they're going to continue their hot streak throughout the entirety of bowl season. I'm taking the University of Ohio. All right, the Armed Forces Bowl, Southern Miss versus Tulane.
You know, Tulane was actually pretty good to start the year. They were decent, so I'll take Tulane.
Yeah, I'm going to take Southern Miss because they play an SEC schedule.
What?
They play every SEC team.
Okay. Well, Tulane almost beat Auburn. They were pretty close. It was pretty close going into the fourth quarter. And I really love Jalen McCluskey, Oklahoma State transfer. Give me Tulane by 57. I'm going Tulane.
Okay, Luke has just joined us. Luke, Southern Miss and Tulane.
Southern Miss?
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we're going to go all the way back to the beginning and have Luke pick every game.
No, we're not.
No. I'm not picking Southern Miss. Did you say Southern Miss?
Southern Miss and Tulane.
Okay, I'm going to take Tulane.
No, it's already penciled in.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good point.
No, I didn't know if you said Southern Methodist. Unbelievable.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, next game. We have the what they call the Rose Bowl of the South, the Lending Tree Bowl.
Yeah,
The winner.
A lot of people call it that, huh?
Oh, I thought it was the Birmingham Bowl.
No. Typically we have the winner of the Sun Belt against the winner of the MAC in this game.
Huge game.
Unfortunately, App State decided not to play in this game. They got upgraded to the New Orleans Bowl. But this is still the Rose Bowl of the South. We got Louisiana Lafayette against Miami of Ohio. Who will win?
Oh, this is easy. I'm going to go with the Raging Cajuns. The Louisiana.
That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. The MAC is the best conference in the group of five. Give me Miami. Listen, Miami of Ohio had a
Blaine Gabbert's brother.
Miami of Ohio had a commanding 5-0 lead on Ohio State. I'm taking Miami.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I just said about how the MAC's going to have a great bowl season.
This is a preview for the Ohio State LSU national championship. You have two states. You have Ohio versus Louisiana. It's just a preview is what it is.
Yes. I said before that this is going to be a great year for the MAC in bowl games. With that being said, I'm taking Louisiana Lafayette. All right. I think we start getting
quarterback.
Louisiana Lafayette.
Yeah.
Some black lefty kid.
McGalley, a.k.a. Joe Burrow Jr.
Okay. We start getting into the better bowls here. Start with the Alamo Bowl.
Okay. You gonna tell us who's playing?
Oh yeah, I should probably tell you who's playing. You got Utah versus Texas.
Because Utah was trying to take shots at Ohio State this week, I'm going to take Texas. Tom Herndon. Sam Ellinger would say, "We're back." Texas is not back. I'm going to take Utah.
Yeah, this is going to be the second biggest blowout of all the bowls, and actually this will be the second biggest blowout in bowl history. I have Texas in the second biggest blowout in bowl history. Give me the Longhorn.
Chris just lost again. Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking Utah because I'm tied with Alex and I don't want to risk it. So I'm taking Utah. Okay, the Citrus Bowl, Michigan versus Alabama.
Well, first of all, the article posted by ESPN about this was absolutely ridiculous. It can go either one of two ways. Either Alabama shows up and blows the door off them, or Alabama decides they don't want to show up and they lose. Why? I don't understand why it can't just be.
No, that's the ridiculous.
There's an option that Michigan plays well.
Yeah, well,
No.
okay, Luke, let's be real. Okay.
Luke, the two options are Alabama shows up and blows them out, or Alabama doesn't show up and still blows them out.
You know what? I'm taking Michigan. Fuck it. I'm taking Michigan.
time I'll be rooting for Michigan in my life.
Because of Luke saying that, I have to pick Michigan.
Yes. You guys should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh my
You're
god.
going to be ashamed of yourself when Michigan wins by 40. Zach Charbonnet is going to go for 220.
Yeah, Chris, if you really think Mac Jones is going to light up our defense, then you're...
Yeah, I do think Mac Jones is going to light up our defense. Zach Charbonnet is going to be the MVP of this game. All right,
The one-star recruit.
Stay here. Yeah, the one-star recruit that got the first ever six-star recruit, Zach Charbonnet, commits to Michigan, goes from a one-star to a six-star.
He actually, it went so backwards that it reset all the way up to 5 stars.
Exactly. Okay, so, as I said in the last game, I said the Texas would blow out Utah by the second largest margin in bowl history. Alabama is going to beat Michigan by the largest margin in bowl history. Jerry Jeudy is playing in this game. They got some other receivers that are playing. Mac Jones is a solid quarterback. And, this is a big game, so you can definitely expect Don Brown to not be ready. I'm sure he'll be playing man coverage one-on-one with no help against the best receiving core in the country. Can't wait to see that.
I can't wait until he puts a linebacker on Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah. You know what? I think we should switch it up. It's going to switch every 4 plays. It's going Jeudy, Waddle, Smith, and what's the other guy's name? Trash.
Ruggs.
I don't think it's Ruggs. They're going to switch him up. Every 4th play, linebacker will be guarding him. And actually, there'll be a safety on another guy. They'll be running on 8-man blitz. And we'll drop 3 guys in the cover. Mac Jones to cover their 4 star receivers. So can't wait to see that. Mac Jones would fall out of a boat and somehow hit land. I will take Alabama, and my final score prediction is 120-2.
That's absolutely absurd. You think Michigan could get within 118 of Alabama? Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous.
You might be right, Mike. You might be right. I love how Chris thinks that Alabama's just going to be running up and down the field. But just one time, Michigan's going to get a safety.
So actually, it's good.
Until they get a safety. It'll be like it's going to be like the end of the game. Alabama's up 120-0, but they're going to try to lateral play to make it 127-0. So
Yeah.
they fumble in the end zone, and Michigan gets the safety.
Yeah. Okay. The last time Alabama was in the Citrus Bowl, it used to be called the Capital One Bowl, and they beat Michigan State 49-7. The great Kirk Cousins had a bad day, and the great Greg McElroy had a great day. But yeah,
Shea Patterson isn't great, so.
Yeah, that's true.
That's Kirk Cousins. So it's going to be the opposite.
Okay. Well, Mac Jones has the initials MJ, so there's no way I can pick against Alabama in this game. And it's ridiculous that Chris would think they would get within 118. That's ridiculous. I'm going 226-1. I think they'll get a 1-point safety.
You know what? I'm changing my pick. I believe I was ridiculous for saying that. Mike, you're ridiculous for saying we can get within 225. I think Alabama will be the first team to score in quadruple digits in college football history. I'm going 1,009. Okay, you just wait till Michigan wins this game. 1,009-2.
What? I got 2,500-3, and Michigan gets 3 1-point safeties.
Oh, okay, that's a good call.
All right, let's move on to the best game of the day of New Year's Day.
You all are going to pick Minnesota, and you're going to be dead wrong.
Yep. No. Okay. Outback Bowl. Minnesota Auburn, one of the biggest games of the year.
Well, obviously this game doesn't mean much because the Bucks are playing the Falcons that day or that weekend.
Right.
So that's the biggest game in the state at the time.
No, actually, Luke, you're dead wrong. The biggest game in that stadium is the Gasparilla Bowl between UCF and Marshall, which is next Monday.
Yes. So what is it, Minnesota versus Florida?
Auburn.
Oh, God. What's Gus Malzahn's record in bowls? It's got to be like 0 and 100.
Yeah, he's terrible in bowl
games. He beat Purdue
games.
last year, and Jared sit him through like 6 touchdowns. He's 2-4 in bowls.
He also lost to UCF, so.
What? Well, they beat Purdue last year, and Jared sit him through like 6 touchdowns.
They lost to UCF in a bowl game.
He's 2-4.
They were motivated in that game, Mike.
And PJ Fleck is 2-2. So give me PJ Fleck.
Yep, Chris, actually, that wasn't a bad loss for Auburn against the national champion UCF. So, row the boat. Give me Minnesota 35-6.
Yeah, I've already said the second and the first biggest blowout in bowl history, and this is going to be the third biggest blowout in bowl history. I've got, you know what? No, it won't. It's going to be an Auburn type blowout. Let's see. I'm going to go 13-0 Auburn. My final score.
Yeah, with Bo Nix throwing 6 interceptions.
No, they'll get up. It'll be 0-0 at halftime for sure. And Bo Nix, by the time the fourth quarter comes around, there'll be 2 minutes left. It'll still be 0-0, and then he'll score.
Auburn will
the
win
fourth
18-0.
Tanner Morgan will be like 12 for 12 for like 65 yards. That'll be his first time.
Kidding me?
Yeah.
Terry Morgan goes like 7 for 8 for 350 yards every game.
Well, here's the thing. Bo Nix, and I said Shea Patterson only plays well in fourth quarters, but I've never seen somebody like Bo Nix play so bad for 3 quarters and then just turn it on in the fourth
What about
quarter.
Brian Lewerke? Okay. All signs are pointing to Auburn. Auburn's playing well at the end of the year. And Minnesota really is not. They got blown out by Wisconsin. But no team in college football history will be more motivated to play this game than the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Row the boat, ski you ma. I'm buying a Minnesota jersey when I'm there. I'm getting that freaking shirt with the tie, the Jim Tressel, PJ Fleck tie. I'm taking Minnesota. They're going to be so motivated that they're not going to be motivated. That's how motivated they're going to be. I'm taking Minnesota. Okay. Move on to the New Year's Six Bowls. We got the Cotton Bowl. But like I said before, the Camping World Bowl will be on ABC and the Cotton Bowl will be on ESPN. We got Penn State versus Memphis.
Mike Norvell said he was coming back to coach that game, I think.
No, he isn't.
But I'm going to take Penn State. I just don't think Memphis is as good as the previous teams that played for the Group of Five, so I'm taking Penn State.
Memphis is much improved for the previous teams, the last 2 years, the teams that have
Yeah, but
played.
they're losing their coach. I don't think it's...
They're much improved from those 2 UCF teams.
Well, that just shows how terrible of a coach Gus Malzahn is then, right?
No, he wasn't motivated. Weren't motivated for that game.
You weren't motivated to play in the national championship. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I feel like an SEC team would say that. We just weren't motivated to play in the national championship.
Even before they got knocked out of the playoff because they lost the SEC championship, they were not motivated for that game.
Okay.
one word why I'm picking Memphis is James Franklin. That's all I have to say. No, give me Memphis.
Well, that's
Yeah,
2
I'm
words,
taking
but...
I'm taking Penn State because Memphis is not playing a Power 5 conference.
Okay. Yeah, there's no way I can disagree with Alex on this one. I mean, James Franklin gets the easiest possible bowl matchups you could ever freaking see. And what does he do
He
every...
still loses.
And he butchers them every freaking time. You thought playing a 9-3 team in the Rose Bowl was a dream scenario? Nope, he freaking lost to him because of the James Franklin effect. And then you play a Washington team who wasn't very good in the what game was that? Might have been the Cotton Bowl. Maybe it was the Fiesta Bowl. They won that game. Okay, I'll give them that, but Washington's not that great. And then who you play last year? You play a freaking crappy Kentucky team who's overrated, and you find a way to lose. Are you freaking kidding me? This team's a joke. And no way they're going to win this game. They lost basically every big game. The only big game they didn't lose was to a team that basically choked more in Michigan. So I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say Memphis by 30.
Okay.
All right. Man, if you thought that game was great, my gosh, this game. Orange Bowl, Virginia versus Florida.
I'm going to take Florida.
Oh, come on. This is my biggest upset of all the bowls. I'm taking Virginia.
You're not taking Virginia.
I'm taking Virginia.
Oh my
I am.
gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Florida in a blowout. Virginia is awful.
Chris,
Yo, hold on. Did you see this? I wish I did this, but Vegas had Joe Burrow's Heisman odds at 200 to 1 before the year. And his dad put a $2,000 bet on it before the season started that he was going to win the Heisman.
how much money is he gonna win?
I don't, a shit ton. 400,000 probably? Isn't that how it works?
Jesus Christ! Talk about hitting the fucking jackpot.
Well,
Talk about betting on your son.
This is a little
Jesus.
bullshit. This needs to be investigated by the NCAA.
I feel like the NCAA would find a violation in that somehow. Okay, if a player did that, if a player did that,
Looks like you're gonna have to turn over the all 400,000 to the NCAA.
The only person I could see making a bet like that would be like Howard betting on barbecue being the MVP of the USA. when he gets cut.
I told Chris I should have put a bet down on Joe Burrow winning the Heisman for the year just as a joke.
You were saying that when he was still at Ohio State.
I know. I can't believe Joe Burrow. I didn't even think of it.
yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if Jim Harbaugh put bets like he would take Ohio State in the spread, and so that he would just lose the games on purpose. Maybe he's
like, yeah, Don Brown, go put your linebackers on Ohio State.
Exactly.
So I can cover my spread.
put against Penn State. Put your safety on KJ Hamler. That'll work well.
Mike, I'm already getting nightmares from you saying the linebacker on Jerry Jeudy. It's going to be so bad.
Linebacker. How about defensive tackle? Put freaking Mike Dan on him or something.
Yeah,
They didn't pay Rashawn Gary $300,000 for nothing. I know he's in the NFL, but they gotta get guys like that. No.
Quiddy Pay will be guarding Henry Ruggs for the entire game.
Yeah, he'll
Nothing else.
yeah. What do they call that? Pay Island or whatever. Yeah, he'll be on an island. They'll have no safety help all game long.
Uche is matched up with Devontae Smith.
Oh! The CBS is pulling out of the SEC.
Are you kidding me?
Why so SEC PM?
SEC will no longer be on CBS after 2023. Why?
Oh well, that's a long ways out. Jesus.
So how's Gary Daniels?
Please
gonna
move
do
to the
it
Big
every
Ten.
LSU game?
Please move to the Big Ten. That would be the Big Ten could get something like that.
Utah State.
It looks like it's going to be ESPN/ABC.
Oh, that's terrible. That's gonna ruin it.
They're negotiating a deal that will pay over 6 times the annual $55 million CBS.
Okay, how is ESPN not out of business? Jesus Christ. Okay,
That's $330 million a year,
Jesus.
at least.
That's terrible.
At least.
The SEC.
Divided between the 14 teams, that's at least $23 million.
You know what this means? You know what this means now?
The SEC's done.
ESPN.
They're done.
It means that every single Saturday night football game after 2023 will be the SEC.
No, that means Kirk and Chris are gonna be 3:30 at every freaking SEC school. Okay.
And now we have the big rivalry game of the week: Tennessee versus Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
College game day, heading to Tennessee.
So SEC, Big Ten should go to CBS.
Yeah, this might jeopardize college football itself because SEC on CBS got me into this sport. It wasn't freaking Saturday Night Football. Get that shit out of here. It was what's his name? What was the guy's name? Vern Lundquist and
Vern Lundquist, what a guy.
yeah.
I hope the Big Ten goes to CBS.
Oh my God, please! I would pay CBS.
Take Ohio State down his throat, I will quit.
I would.
Although the Big Ten's got Fox. Who would it be?
No. Screw Fox. CBS is better. CBS is better in every aspect.
I know they are, but they already have a contract with Fox. Where are they gonna go? The Big 12?
No, you could freaking pay. Just pay. You could pay CBS. Who gives a shit?
What was
Fuck.
the pick? How did this go to here? What was the pick?
Oh, Virginia and Florida. I didn't make my pick yet. Okay. Like I said before, I agree with Alex. I've said ever since this bowl game got announced, I've been saying Virginia's going to win this game and prove the SEC's overrated. I'm taking Virginia.
Because the ACC means more, Chris.
Yeah, that's right.
Just means more.
All right, the Rose Bowl, Wisconsin versus Oregon.
Wisconsin.
Yep. Wisconsin by 20.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I can't wait. I shouldn't say I can't wait, but I'm just ready. Ready for Justin Herbert to lay an egg on the field. Not going to be surprised when it happens because he does it in every big game. I'm taking Wisconsin.
Yep, we all agree. I'm taking the Big Ten and Wisconsin. Okay, Sugar Bowl. An unmotivated Georgia team will take on a Baylor team who just finished last in the Big 12 in recruiting, despite having a great year. That just shows how great of a coach. Matt Rule is Mark D'Antonio 2.0. He's everything he is what Mark D'Antonio is. So who wins this game?
Except he wins games.
Yeah, well, Mark used to win games too. So.
Well, he used to.
Yeah, well, that's why I said 2.0.
I'm taking Baylor. I don't think Fromm is good at all. This is going to be a low-scoring game. This might be an old Frank Beamer 0-0 tie.
Georgia's learned their lesson about not being motivated because we know they weren't motivated last year. So I'm going to take Georgia.
Georgia, my God, Georgia sucks. Give me, who are they playing again? I'm blank.
Baylor.
Baylor, thank you. Yeah, give me Baylor by 50.
Yeah, I agree with Alex. It doesn't matter who they play. They won't be motivated. They won't be motivated to play Maine in a bowl game. So I'm taking Baylor to blow out Matt Rule. He's going to have his team ready. There's going to be no question Baylor's going to be ready for this game. All right. On to the college football playoff matchups. The Peach Bowl, LSU versus Oklahoma.
Okay. Everyone's saying that LSU is just absolutely going to blow out Oklahoma. This game's not going to be close. Everyone's taking LSU. They're not even thinking about Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma has a good shot at actually winning this game. I give them probably a 40 to 45% chance to win this game.
All right.
I think they have the offense to keep up with LSU.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. That's ridiculous.
Get one or two stops. Their defense has been underrated this year, and Lincoln Riley is as creative as they get on offense. I think Oklahoma has a real shot to win this game. With that said, I'm still taking Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow. Sorry, I don't fuck LSU. I'm just taking Joe Burrow.
You're like Skip Bayless and the Patriots. Skip Bayless hates the Patriots, but he loves Tom Brady.
Exactly.
Well, Luke was right about one thing. Everybody is picking LSU, winning a blowout, and they should, because this game will be an absolute blowout. Jalen Hurts is terrible. I don't know how he was Heisman finalist, but
yeah, he honestly, he's not good.
Joe Burrow.
Well, Joe Burrow.
Well, I'm with Luke here. I think Oklahoma is going to keep this very close.
Oh,
They
my
have a chance to
God.
win. I think they match up well. And
You are like, yeah, Chris is like Skip Bayless. He absolutely loves Jalen Hurts. He's all over Jalen Hurts.
The quarterback will keep Oklahoma in this football game. He's a winner. He's a proven winner.
Really?
Okay. And Joe Burrow isn't a proven winner?
I'm saying he's going to keep him in the game. LSU is going to win this game, and LSU is winning the title. But this is going to be close.
Chris, a loss is a loss. It doesn't matter how much you lose by.
LSU in a close one.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Oklahoma couldn't move the ball on Baylor. They couldn't move the ball on anybody. Their offense was not good at the end of the year.
Well, LSU's defense is not even. It's worse than Swiss cheese. It's like
No, it's not.
Like, no,
Let's stop that narrative. We're stopping that narrative right now.
That is up 600 yards to Ole Miss. They say it's like Swiss cheese. It's not even like Swiss cheese.
It's a false narrative. That's a
It's not even
false
like
narrative.
Swiss cheese. It's like having no cheese at all.
False narrative. The last 2 weeks against a solid Texas A&M.
Okay, we're moving on.
No.
Moving on.
Georgia defense. Great Georgia
I'm
defense.
getting this point
For
across.
offense, that quarterback can't throw the ball 5 yards down the field. They're being led by Peyton Manning at the end of his career.
I am getting this point across about LSU's defense. Against a solid Texas A&M offense who got up.
Oh my God! Yes, an offense
Moving on.
so solid.
And they had
to a 75
total
record.
yards.
Moving on.
at some point in the fourth quarter.
Moving on.
Doesn't matter what they finish the game with. I don't care.
Georgia.
At some point in the first quarter. At some point in the first quarter, Ohio State held Michigan to 0 yards offensively.
10 points against Georgia.
Okay, Chris.
Georgia's offense sucks. Georgia's offense is horrible.
Average defense. Stop the false narrative.
Okay, so
An average what defense? Of course they're going to be an average defense. I mean, freaking below them you have Rutgers, Vanderbilt, all this shit. Of course it's going to be average.
the only team that
Average Power 5 defense.
the only team to make a bowl, or the only team to make the playoff and had a bad defense. Well, you could say the last two Oklahoma teams, which is sort of true. But last year's Oklahoma team definitely, they were like last in the country in defense last year, and it was.
Because they move the ball so fast, the other team just gets so many possessions.
I think LSU's defense. I think it's top 40. It's not terrible. It's
Yeah, exactly. Top 40. There's only 80 freaking teams in the Power 5, and that's including Maryland, Rutgers, Vanderbilt, Tennessee. Talk about top 40.
but Luke, you're forgetting.
No, Luke, Tennessee's 7-5. They're a good team.
Luke, you're forgetting the freaking you're forgetting the Eastern Michigan teams that shut out terrible teams in the lower divisions. It all evens out. The top 40 defense is pretty good.
No.
If you told me, an MSU fan, I have a top 40 offense, I'd freaking jump through the roof. Are you kidding me? I would freaking love that. A top.
Top 40 offense?
Yes.
Offense and defense are two totally different things.
No, they're comparable. They're the same amount of teams for each. I guess Oklahoma doesn't play defense. So there's like 129 teams that play defense and 130 that play offense. Okay, but back to this game.
I think it's a lot more important to have a good defense in the playoffs than it is to have a good offense.
That is a ridiculous take. Offense wins championships in football, not defense.
Yeah, that's why Oklahoma does so well in the playoff.
Why did Oklahoma have to win the playoff yet?
Well, that's different. You have to have
That's different. That's different.
You have to have a confident defense. But notice all these teams that win, they win because they have a great quarterback.
I do agree with Chris on this one because we were the defensive version of Oklahoma last year. We went 6-6. We had a terrible offense and a great defense.
Alabama had such a great quarterback that they had to bench him and then get bailed out.
Well, they also had a bench their starter in the SEC championship, and Jalen Hurts bailed him out.
Yeah, it shows you how great of a quarterback Alabama had to win. They keep benching him because they play so ass.
Okay, enough. Okay, Oklahoma's offense, it's not good. It's below average, I would say. They can't throw a football.
A.J. McCarron, great quarterback. Great.
He was a great quarterback.
No, he was not.
Yes, he
Let's
was.
move this along here. Let's get going here.
Yeah, I'm taking LSU by 50. This is going to be a record blowout. Okay, Fiesta Bowl, Ohio State versus Clemson.
Chris probably thinks Jake Coker was a great quarterback.
Okay, he was.
Solid.
He was. He freaking torched defenses.
He was.
You should have seen him against Michigan State.
Matt Jones is going to be a great quarterback too.
No, his freaking Tua's brother's going to take over for him next year.
Yeah, you're probably right, but he's going to be great too.
Actually, no, Jake Coker, he won a national championship with Alabama that year. Yeah, Jake Coker, great quarterback.
Everybody underrates Jake Coker. Jake Coker was a freaking god at the end of his career.
Good. I'm not saying he was bad. I'm just saying Chris says you have to have a great quarterback.
He was better than Joe Burrow.
No, that's all I The greatest thing this world's ever seen.
And by the way, I think Tua's coming back next year, and if that happens,
Well, so is Chase Young, Chris. Chase Young's coming back next year, too.
it doesn't matter. He's not a quarterback.
Himself.
He could play quarterback.
That's the college football season should be canceled if Tua comes back next year. Because that would be awful for the rest of college football. That's a deal with.
All right, let's get on to this pick.
He'll be injured every year. He'll take
he'll be hurt after the first
take
3
one
games.
tackle from the Citadel. The Citadel's left end will tackle him, and he'll be out for the year.
Well,
All right.
They play a crap team every 11th week, so.
Ohio State Clemson.
Right.
Again, I can't believe that all these experts, it's like a straight out, everyone's taking Clemson. Everyone's starting to doubt Ohio State. I think Ohio State will win this game, actually. And I don't even, obviously I'm an Ohio State fan, so there's a little bias there, but I just don't think, it's one of those Clemson and Ohio State, I think they have comparable talent, but I just think Ohio State's more battle tested. I don't think Clemson hasn't faced anybody yet, and I think they're going to get punched in the face early.
They did face somebody. Here's the thing. Luke, they played North Carolina. They had to win a close game there, and they played Texas
Okay,
A&M.
Chris, if Ohio State played North Carolina, what would the score be?
Say what you want about A&M, but they were ranked number 12 at the time, which is supposed to be a battle. So.
Oh, stop it.
Texas was ranked number freaking 6 when LSU put them. That was your point.
Yeah, give me a break.
Yeah, that's a terrible take. Clemson, they haven't really played anybody, but they're blowing out the teams that they should. And I think they're a little pissed off, and Dabo Swinney's not very happy that they've got some disrespect. But I think as long as they can somewhat hold Chase Young back a little bit.
Well, he tried.
Don't even get me started with Dabo Swinney. He's an absolute clown.
He's a crap.
Yeah, well, I'm taking Clemson, but
I
this will
still
be
can't get over his comment when he was like, "No team has started ranked number 3 or 1 in the country and ended up number 3." Well, it literally Florida State happened the first year of the playoff. Unbelievable.
Well, I think Ohio State and Clemson are about equal talent-wise, but a couple differences here. Clemson has a better quarterback, and if you look at this team, Clemson's been resting for 10 weeks, so I'm taking Clemson.
Yeah, I am too.
Okay. What was the last team that destroyed the teams they were supposed to beat and fell apart when they played a good team? Oh, that would be the Utah Utes. I see a similar thing happening with Clemson. I don't care about the talent level.
All right, okay.
Doesn't matter to me. They're going to pull a Utah. I got Ohio State by 35.
You lost your argument. You lost your argument when you brought Utah into the conversation.
Nope, they're very similar to Utah. If you look at the statistics, very similar victories, very similar margins of victory. I'm taking Ohio State 45-21. Ohio State. It's going to be a very disappointing playoff because it's going to be 2 blowouts. Maybe the national championship will be closer.
LSU's going to blow up whoever they play in the national championship.
All right, we're not going to make a pick on the national championship, so that's going to be it for this episode. Luke, I will give you the picks you missed, unless you want to go back and pick them all right now.
Let's go.
No. Not doing that.
Rapid fire.
Oh, reminder. Make sure everybody tunes in for Michigan Presbyterian tomorrow.
No, Michigan State, Eastern Michigan, big green and white rivalry game. Eastern comes in as the better team because they're 8-1. That means they're better.
Bye game for Presbyterian tomorrow.
Yeah, and a bye game for Eastern. So it's going to be a big day. And a bye game for Kentucky as they play in the CBS Sports Classic against Ohio State.
Kentucky's so good.
Yeah, well, did you see Jerry Palm doesn't have Kentucky in the tournament?
Stop that.
Here's a bracket. Okay, Coach Cal is the best coach in America. All right.
I read that and I laughed out loud. That's freaking hilarious.
He has the bracket out.
No, like look on the CBS Sports app. It's like 5 reasons why Kentucky and some other team. What's another disappointing team? Oh, North Carolina. Kentucky, North Carolina were in his bracket. Okay, that'll do it.